appreciate it. But I'm just saying, when you got truth in you, you don't care how you dress.
Right.
You just come in with the truth. So what I'm saying is, to come back to that is, when we wear our bars and stripes and patches, we earned them.
Right.
And we're fighting for righteous causes. But everything leads back to why you say, well, why people don't like the new Black Panther Party. Why people, Khalid Muhammad said to us, when you put laundry in a washing machine, everybody buying these new Maytag washing machines, and they wash real smooth and quiet. But no matter what kind of washing machine you got, they got a big wheel or a spinner that reverses. Mm-hmm. And when it reverses, it makes that noise. But Doc called that the agitator. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have that agitation and reverse them clothes, the dirt don't come out. It throws the dirt out. Mm-hmm. So the Black Panther Party is the agitator. You know, they had to deal with Dr. King because Malcolm X was the agitator.
Right.
They had to deal with W. Du Bois because Marcus Garvey was the agitator. Mm-hmm. You know, they had to deal with certain phases of our people because somebody else was raising hell on the other side. It's called it's a balance. So most time revolutionaries get the bad name,
right? But
then Obama get to become president.
Exactly.
You know. And on that note, the world is shook up right now, and we're talking here June 3rd or 4th. I forget the days sometime. But it's June 3rd.
Yeah, today's June 3rd.
So to be clear with the audience, it's June 3rd, 2009. Where on Friday, the United States Attorney General filed charges against our chairman, Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz. This wasn't on Friday. This was in November.
And Bush was president.
And they filed charges on the new Black Panther Party and said we offended some people's civil rights and some rights. And Bush Attorney General filed charges on us, and they were bringing us to court on the charges of intimidating people at the voting polls.
Oh, wow.
When what really was happening is the Klan all over the country was talking about killing our people at the voting polls. And you know the long lines, and you know our history. When we see long lines and we see what people can do, the long lines, our people just out there naked, as we call it.
Right.
So we put Panther patrols around the black precincts, not to be seen in most cases. But in Philadelphia, we got a call that somebody had spotted some Klan, and some Klan was running into certain areas, turning over polling machines. So some Panthers in certain areas stood up to some of this. And so they say we was intimidating the voters. Attorney Shabazz and the new Black Panther Party leadership wasn't nowhere around Philadelphia. And one of the brothers didn't have permission to be where he was and do what he did, but he did it out of his heart to respect. I mean, he did it out of his heart and instinct. But anyway, they tried to tie Attorney Shabazz and others up because the United States, when you're being prosecuted by the United States Justice Department, ain't no higher ranking prosecution team. That's like when they say the President of the United States is the most powerful man in the world.
Right.
The Justice Department, the Attorney General of the United States, is the most powerful prosecutor in the world.
So if he comes after you 99% of the chance,
you ain't got a chance.
Right.
He owned the courtrooms. So what happened, they was all excited, Hannity and Cohn and O'Reilly and your boy Rush Limbaugh and Dick Cheney and Bush. They were all excited because Obama won, but we got the Panther Party.
Right.
You know.
We'll let you win, but we're going to get
you. But on Friday, there's a new man on the scene called Eric Holder,
right,
who's the Attorney General. There's a new man on the scene called Barack Obama. And now they got to call him President Barack Hussein Obama.
Right.
He said he was going to bring change.
Right.
That was his platform. So he got people who never voted before to go out and vote. And Malcolm X said, until you control the politics of your community, you ain't controlling your community.
Right.
So because we got out and vote, it's not no token handout. It's when somebody is prosecuting you unjust, you got the right to go all the way to the Supreme Court, all the way to the president, whoever you can go to scream for justice. So this is not nothing uncommon in the United States. Nobody got mad when them white boys raped a sister at Duke.
Right.
And the city DA was prosecuting them white boys, but the attorney general of the state of North Carolina took over the case and threw it out. Right out of Washington, D.C., the pipeline came down. Nobody got mad when they dressed them little rapists up and put them in them little red, white, and blue ties and them coats and paraded them like they were angels. But in that house was full of dope.
Right.
On that religious campus at Duke, in that house was full of alcohol.
Nobody said
in that house were full of white boys who we know all the time are out of control.
Exactly.
They went into a phone book, found these sisters, called the sisters, say they need some strippers. So in this sophisticated Duke religious campus, they were calling strippers to the house. They had dope in the house. They had alcohol in the house. Now, why are they such angels that they can't go across the line to be rapists?
Exactly.
But all of a sudden they were angels. But people got to look at that whole case. Why would the president of Duke University shut down the whole lacrosse team? Lacrosse is a very prestigious sport in white America. When you shut down Duke lacrosse team,
that's a lot of money gone.
Now you got all of these prestigious white colleges got to change all of their schedules because Duke can't play them. So that didn't happen because the Panthers came to town. That happened because them white boys had been out of control, and that was their last warning. But all of them walked clean. It never came to court. But back to the new Black Panther Party. Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz on Friday, the new administration that we voted for change, dropped all charges against the new Black Panther parties and totally freed our national chairman of all charges. And the one brother who did the incident, they put it where he can't go around a voting poll for 1 year.
Wow.
That's justice. And now we're getting hate mail. 2009. That's justice. So we got hate mail coming and white people saying Obama looking out for us. No, brothers and sisters. What's happening, Emmett Till never got justice. What happened is the little sisters who got bummed in Birmingham never got justice. What happened is Sean Bell never got justice. What happened is James Byrd got his head drug off, never got justice. What happened is the chicken are coming home to roost. The black man is no longer going to be lynched publicly, no longer going to be sent to the electric chair when he's innocent. He's going to be set free because there's a new man on the scene who has the right spirit and nature to see what it is for what it is and bring down what we call truth and justice. And justice is if you're innocent, you're set free. If you're not innocent, you have to deal with the repercussions of what you've done.
Exactly. But we're running short on time. We
didn't even get to talk about the Black Power Conference.
That's what I was about to ask you on. In closing, could you brief us on that? Because I know it was just like a week ago, right? A week or two ago.
Yeah, and the national chairman, Attorney Malik Zulu Shabazz, a week ago hosted. I was the host here in Marietta, Georgia, at the Crown Plaza, which is owned by a black man. It's the only black-owned hotel in Georgia that has a full restaurant, full lounge, over 600 or 700 rooms, full ballrooms and banquet rooms and swimming pool. It's one of the big hotels. Mike Roberts, our great warrior brother out of St. Louis, who, by the way, won the Trumpet Award this year for Businessman of the Year.
Oh, wow.
Who's the president of the Black Hotel Association, and you can look Mike Roberts up. He's a giant. He let us host what we call the National Black Power Conference, which National Black Power Conference hadn't been held in 30-something years.
Wow.
In his hotel. And we brought in people like Dr. Leonard Jeffries. We brought in people like Mikasa Rick, Brother Tim Reed, 45 years in Hollywood. We brought in people like Greg Street. We brought in people from the Nation of Islam like Brother Rahman. We did 20 workshops. We brought in Professor Griff. I had to go on and on. We had over 50 guests, and I don't want to slate nobody. We brought in sisters from all over, and we got down. We did 20-some workshops, and we had over probably somewhere in the area of 20-some keynote speakers. Wow. We did a tribute to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We dedicated this to our leader and teacher, Dr. Khalid Muhammad, who believed in unity of the black man. Right. The reason we did the Black Power Conference is to bring all the different black minds together, do educational workshops, health workshops, because Washington, D.C. is ran by lobbyists and think tanks. So when we bring all the black minds together, people from all different backgrounds, from professors to doctors to teachers to warriors,